This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, body.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Suave. How'd you ever become famous for that song? That is the most retarded song I've ever heard in my life.
Wow.
Yep.
Rico Suave, the star of his own reality show, Sauve Says, premiering tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern on VH1. Gerardo is here. Well, how do you say correctly?
And you can say it, Gerardo's cool, but if you can pronounce it, you can say Gerardo.
Gerardo is here.
Thank you.
Man, and I got to give a little history, Heather B, before we do. When that song was out, King Tech and I were working on the station, KML in San Francisco. All right, and yeah, right, yeah, okay. Keith Naffley was over there, program director,
right.
And that became a big smash hit in Northern California. Mm-hmm. And at that time, Tech and I had finished performing. We used to tour and perform, but we got more into radio at that point.
Right.
And Gerardo became a big hit, and this song was such a huge smash. For a couple of reasons. Our Latino audience in the Bay was humongous, same as LA, of course. You're Ecuadorian?
Yes.
Okay, and we have a big Ecuadorian population in the Bay. And it just for that record was interesting because we felt like it was kind of had a hip hop premise to it, right? But also, of course, it had its Latino roots too, right?
Yes.
You know, did you grow up in Ecuador or did you grow up here?
I came here at the age of 12.
Yeah.
We came right into LA, the Glendale area.
Yeah.
And I got, my love of hip hop started, when I was 15.
Yeah.
When this kid came to my school from another school and battled popping another dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What is that?
You know what popping is, Have the beak? See, people don't know the difference between popping and pop locking and
yeah.
How you gonna ask me about that?
Oh, Tracy. Okay, all right. My bad. Come on, go ahead.
So
go ahead.
So
hold up, man. Listen to that. I know you go because I know you got something. There you go. Okay, keep it.
That's Afrika Bambaataa looking for the perfect beat.
Yeah, boom. Let me see. Man, stand up, dog. Come on. Let's see. Hold up, man. Yeah,
Take
man.
it up a notch.
Go ahead.
Nice with it.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's all I got.
Yeah, see,
That's
people on the
all I
West,
got. Dope.
we can pop better than anybody else, right?
Popping came from the Bay.
Yeah. I know.
It started over there.
Dana and those guys, Demons of the Mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Them dudes are some of the original guys over there.
Right.
And then so hip hop was introduced to you by you saw kids popping and battling, right?
That's right.
And then so when did you first get on the mic?
Oh, that was later. I loved, I danced to Afrika Bambaataa since back then. I became an actor after that. I won a lot of before that I won a lot of I won Dance Fever. Do you remember Dance Fever with Danny Terry?
Yeah.
We did that and we performed Al Nay Fish. Do you remember that song? There you go. Okay. So we did that and after that I started doing acting. I was in a movie called Can't Buy Me Love, and I did a movie called Colors. And
I did a movie called Colors. He just said that. Yeah, okay.
Colors.
Colors.
I guess working steady but then one day as looking at that after doing that movie is like every time that I went out for a role, they pitched me out that I always got like the gang role or like the druggie or this. I'm like, man, I was kind of tired of doing those roles as a young Latin dude. I'm like. No, and one day I came back from a club and it's like I'm gonna make up, my own persona. I'm gonna do something for Latin people that's gonna take us away from that.
Yeah.
And I also at that moment MC Hammer came out.
Yeah.
Right? And then Vanilla Ice came out. And then white people lost their mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna take over the brown people.
Yeah.
And that was my niche. I was not like I hadn't been a rapper. It was just about the idea.
Yeah.
The opportunity.
Yeah.
And I went for it, man.
You went for it, and the rest is history, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is. Rico. Suave.
There you go.
Now, we also crossed paths at Interscope Records
That's
in
right.
the 90s.
That's right.
And you'll be surprised some of the careers that he helped start from an A&R position. We're going to talk about that up next. You want to talk to Gerardo, 888-742-3345. Sway, the morning shade 45. Gerardo is here. Rico Suave. Do you still say that? Let me hear this, man.
Rico Suave. Wow. I'm a little raspy, so it kind of worked.
And real quick, we're going over this history. Started, after seeing people pop in your grade school, and then saw the success of MC Hammer and the success of Vanilla Ice, and decided, man, I want to appeal to the brown people, Latinos, give them different representation. The movie Colors that you were in was about, the gang warfare, gang life, Crips and Bloods, and it really kind of exposed that culture to the world in a different way. At that time, you watch it now, it seems like theater.
Yeah,
but back
right.
then, it was very intense and serious. Yeah. And then you went on to become an international star, and you did a lot for Latino people in that regards in the music business. And then after your music career kind of tapered down a little bit, you still stayed in music.
Yeah.
And you started working over at Interscope Records.
Yeah, it didn't taper down. It boomed. It tanked.
It tanked. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to be
No,
political.
all good. I mean, you can be real.
Okay.
No,
after it went to shit.
That's right.
Okay,
it was bad. It was like second album came out, nothing.
Nothing.
And let me tell you, I tried. After that, I got signed to EMI Latin, put out 2 other albums. They were decent, but never got to that, man. And as an artist, it was like 7 years. I took 7 years from my family trying to chase this, and I was like, man, there was one day I just said, that's enough, man. You know, and I was broke.
Yeah.
And I went back to Interscope. I said, listen, I was your first artist. Give me the opportunity. I can do this,
You were Interscope's first artist.
Yeah.
So Interscope started with you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, with that, I went back to Jimmy and Ted. I was like, man, give me the opportunity, blah, blah. And they were like, yeah. And I was telling them about doing the, if you guys did the crossover with me, I want to do the same thing with another artist.
Yeah.
Right. But, I just think they felt sorry for me and said, you got a job. Don't worry. Come on, And they brought me in. But 6 months later, I signed Enrique Iglesias and we did.
That's the artist he brought to Interscope, Enrique Iglesias, who at the time was trying to establish his own identity separate from his father's, right?
Yep.
Right? He didn't want to get on board because of his,
That's
father.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And,
he had a problem with that. He said that anytime that, they bring up his name, it's not associated, not to talk about that in the,
Yeah.
So, because he wanted to show that he can do it on his own.
Yeah. And you brought Enrique there. And the rest is history. Then you continue to bring work over there, correct?
Yeah. I brought in Bubba, too.
Bubba Sparks.
Yeah.
Wow.
He brought in Bubba Sparks.
Wow.
Where's Bubba Sparks now, dude?
Bro, I think, let me tell you something. The last time, I know he was signed by...
Timberland was working with him.
Yeah.
But then, after that, they parted ways. I don't know. He went to another label. I knew he was out there somewhere. But recently, I see him posting a lot like there's something coming out soon. I don't know where he's at. He's a good dude, man. He's a talented dude. But, you never know, who's going to be behind you pushing you. So.
Yeah.
Now, what about this guy? His name was Fernando Garribe.
Yeah.
And I remember back in 2011 hearing something because you were his personal manager and he went on to become Lady Gaga's musical director.
Yeah.
But then, after he got with that cash cow, you weren't receiving your commissions and I heard you were in court trying to get $4 million.
Uh-huh.
What happened?
We settled.
Wait, hold on. His lips got tense right there.
Yeah. Well, no, we settled. I'm not supposed to talk about it, really. I mean, I wish it's like paperwork. We settled. Just please don't bring it up. But
Okay.
We settled, and I came out happy.
You came out happy.
Yeah.
You didn't get $4 million though.
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You got 7 figures?
Yeah.
Close, something like that. Okay. You're happy. You can't talk about
Yeah.
it.
No, we're good. It's just it happens a lot in the business. It's like you work and there's sometimes you got to give yourself worth at times.
Yeah.
And I've been in the business enough to know that I made some bad moves and I've gotten taken advantage of, and now you just got to be cautious.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3 kids.
Yeah.
What's the makeup? Boys and girls?
I got 2 girls and my last one was a boy.
And it sounds like these girls have no idea how much work and struggle it took for you to get to the point where they're on TV now.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah.
When I listen to that clip, they're like, that was such a corny song.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? What's wrong with them?
Yeah. Look, it's like they didn't know until now.
Yeah.
they didn't know the work ethic of it. Like they didn't know that they started finding out a lot about what I did. And when we meet a lot of radio personnel or TV, we had relationships from way back. Yeah. We maintained it. I think I've been a dude that has not burned many bridges. I hope not, and that's what's kept me in the business, but they never knew that, Dad was leaving a pretty cool legacy in the industry. So now they appreciate it. They want to get, my youngest daughter, man,
what's her name?
Nadia. She's trying to get into the business. So, she looks at me and she's like, Dad, we pick everything for Enrique. You pick everything for everybody else. I know, but you don't pay attention. But I say, I want to see the same work that those people out there are doing. That people are going to expect you to be dope. Yeah. I don't want them to say, oh, because of your dad, you got the record deal. And you see that in the show. You see the struggle of her. But I don't, I won't put up with that. I'm pretty tough on that.
And we see that in the Sauve Says reality series.
That's right. That's right. And
so Nadia's how old?
She is 9. She just turned 19.
Nadia, listen, your dad is a legend in the game.
Thank you.
At the time when his record was pump banging, this dude was touring all over the world and doing a lot for Latino people across the globe. Then it tanked, but
that's right.
He was able to discover talent. Yeah. But you got to work as hard as he did to get to this point that he's at now.
That's right.
You don't want him to hand it to you, Nadia. See, I got a daughter too, bro.
Yeah, there you go. That's how it is.
And so you guys are blatantly honest on this show. It airs tomorrow, 10 p.m. on VH1.
Yes.
Your wife should get a trophy to have dealt with you for so many years, man.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, she really does. I think she relates. The more I talk to people that have seen the clips and that seen the first episode, it's the more like, I love your wife.
Yeah.
Like, so you must hate me. No. I just, I love your wife. She's gone through a lot. I put her through hell and back.
Yeah.
But I think the Lord, man, we're at the best place ever. A lot of times these TV shows, what they do is they mess up relationships. Kardashians, getting divorced. The Hogans got divorced.
Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. That started it.
Yeah.
It's like that. But this show has brought us together because a year and a half ago we weren't in a great spot, and it has. I feel blessed to say that I wake up every morning with my kids, and we're together working. I mean, how better can it be?
That's great, man. I hope VH1 is paying y'all too, man. We got Joe on the line from California. Good morning, Joe.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Rado?
What's going on, Joe?
What's going on? I'm not sure if you remember me, but I worked at your studio, Tap Out, G Street Studios, over the Jungles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I started interning with you as an engineer before I went work with Babyface and everybody.
Beautiful,
man. Did he just stun on us?
Yeah, he stunned it.
How was he to work with?
Well, he was, but it was more. I was under one of his partners that was actually doing a lot of engineering because I was in school at the time. So he would come in and out and maybe oversee a lot of stuff. So, but that was like the first real studio I worked at.
All right, man, you ain't answer the question. All right, get out of here, Joe. You ain't saying nothing. All right, just so we
it's so funny.
So while we have you here, Gerardo is here. Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah, you got it.
Suave Says, that's the name of the reality show. I know you're a youth pastor now, right?
Yes.
Congratulations on that, man. You must have went through a lot of hell to get to the point where you want to be a pastor. You must have done a lot.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. There comes, like I said, in the TV show, what you will find, the first 10 years of my marriage, I was still Rico Suave.
Yeah.
And there came a point in my life, man, that, that I had to really be, God just took a hold of me and it wasn't, a lot of the misconception out there is a lot of times people say, oh, you must have hit rock bottom, G. I'm like, well, I hit rock bottom 50 times. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was at a time in my life when I gave my life to Christ. It was a time in my life when everything was good. It's like I was successful. Enrique had this #1 song with Hero.
Yeah.
I had just signed Bubba.
Yeah.
And I was in my office at Interscope. Yeah. And I got on my knees and said, that's it. I'm not going to, I have no excuse not to serve God 100%. And from then on, my life changed.
Okay, well, this game we do right here, it's called the Mystery Sack. It references a lot of stuff that happened before you made that change.
Oh.
All right, here we go. It's time to play.
It's Sway's Mystery Sack on Shade 45.
Have to break down the rules for
All
him.
right, I'm going to break it down for you, Gerardo. Stick your hand in Sway's sack. We killing his name. I know. Gerardo. I don't know.
Say it again properly.
Gerardo.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you got it. She got it.
Right.
Wanda said no.
Well, how Wonder no? What is
Gerardo.
She said the Puerto Rican style with the El Geraldo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not Ecuadorian style. Sorry. You have one question.
Wonder you speak Spanish though, right?
One is Spanish.
Exactly my point. Go ahead.
All right. You're going to stick your hand in the sack, pick out one question at a time.
Okay.
Read it out loud and answer it honestly. Total of 3 questions. Though.
Okay. What's your favorite 3 songs to bring into the bedroom?
Okay.
That's nice.
That was nice. Clean.
That's not
Sweet.
That's not bad.
Jeez.
Rico.
Oh my God. Rico Suave. Let's put Rico Suave in there, man.
Okay,
I was so cheesy that back in the day. I think I put it on a couple of times back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was bad.
You listened to yourself.
Yeah.
And got turned on.
Nah. I think it got her turned on a little bit.
well,
Back in the
yeah,
day.
okay.
Right now, I would have to say. I like that Nick Jonas song, man. Believe it or not.
Oh,
That
wow.
little falsetto.
With Tinashe?
Yeah. I get jealous.
Okay. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. And
Great
then,
album too.
And if we go old school, play some like falsetto by El DeBarge. It's always good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
okay.
Sway. What was that?
I'm about to go into.
Okay.
Where did Sway just go?
Sway was somewhere on it. Second.
That was
Second
actually
question.
switch.
It's all right, Sway.
I went to switch.
What's the biggest lie you've ever told the press? Yikes! What did I tell back in the day, man? I tell you what. Back in the day, they had done this thing for publicity purposes. That Madonna had came to one of my concerts.
Yeah.
Right. And then Interscope said, she's after the boy, and then they made this big thing like we were having something going on. But, I was told like, keep it, don't lie, but don't say the truth. Just keep it out there like so people. So a lot of times I was like, I wouldn't say nothing, but truthfully, nothing happened.
Never happened.
Nothing
Damn,
ever
man.
happened.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
I thought I believed that one, man. I was like, if
man.
Rico Suave get hit.
Last one. You had a chance, Sway?
I thought I had a chance.
Here we go.
What does that say?
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
He finally
All
got
right.
one.
What's the longest you've gone performing oral sex?
Wow. Jeez. Who wrote that to the pastor?
Dang, I know, man. Well, we got to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife complains of the foreplay.
Yeah,
But let me take it back. Yeah, I think. Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm a quick starter, man. 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Correct answer.
It's Sway in the morning. Only on Shea 45.